Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Forex Weekly Focus. My name is Nikitin and I appreciate you guys being here. If it's the first time you are watching this series, what I'm trying to do is to bring some good ideas of what's gonna happen next week. Some things that I'm looking at. And also there's something that maybe you will learn about trading as well, so you'll walk away with a little bit of knowledge. Last week we discussed XABC pattern structure, and I told you that XA leg of this type of patterns should be only one swing. But that was only part of the truth. Today I will reveal you another part, so you'll have deeper understanding of the way I treat these formations. Okay, first of all we'll talk about the structure of the swing. Let me take some empty space of the chart to draw illustrations. To simplify the matter, I will only talk about uptrend swings. But you should keep in mind that the same rules are applicable for downtrend swings also. As a general rule, a swing is a market movement consisting mostly of the same colored candles. So I will draw some candles for you. Let them all be green. This way. Okay. I will clone another one. Another one. I think 4 will be enough. So the structure of the swing says that the swing has a body and borders. So what is the border? The border is the space between the highest spike and the highest close for upside border, and it is also a space between the lowest low and lowest close for downside border. Let this candle be green. Not green, sorry, red. Okay, lowest close here, lowest border here. I will mark these borders with rectangles. Okay, let these rectangles be blue. So these rectangles symbolize the borders. And the space between these borders is called the body of the swing. Okay, swing looks like this. Now when you know about swing structure, let's talk about what kind of swings exist in the market. There are three types of swings: impulse swing, or simply impulse corrective swing, or simply correction, and retest swing, or just retest. Let us first discuss impulse swing. What is impulse swing? An impulse swing is that kind of a swing that has a candle close beyond previous impulse border, either this way to the upside or this way to the downside. Something like this. Let me clone that. You see the candle close beyond previous border for trend continuation impulses, and the candle close beyond the lowest border for impulse in opposite direction. Okay, this is an impulse swing. And let me next explain you what is the retest swing. Retest swing is that kind of an impulse that has no close beyond the previous border, but it is long enough to touch the border itself. It is touching the border but never closes beyond. It can be this way or this way, something like that. The spike of that swing can exceed the border, but no close. Downside retest looks the same. It touches the border, but it never has a close beyond the border. It can have a spike beyond the border, or maybe have a spike within this border. It doesn't matter. The only thing is that it never has a close beyond the border. Okay, and the third type of swings is corrective swing. Corrective swing is a swing that is opposite to previous impulse swing or retest swing, and it terminates only within the body of either an impulse or retest swing, something like this. So it never touches the zone, the border. It is never exceeding the zone, never closing beyond this zone. It is only within this border. Neither close nor spike should touch that border. Okay, if you are looking for trend continuation targets, your XA leg should be impulse swing only. It should look this way. This is your XA. Somewhere here you have a close beyond the previous impulse border. It can also be a retest border, previous impulse border or retest border, and that would be a valid XA. We can draw some XA, B, C, D pattern to look for extended target. Why do we need these rules? Because we are not looking for that much targets. We are looking for these targets. This is what differentiates my approach from other approaches that are calling these XABCD patterns like advanced patterns or harmonic patterns. In my opinion, there are no advanced, no harmonic. They are just XABCD, because I do not apply some specific Fibonacci ratios to them. I have some rules, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, that's all about swings. Let's go to the charts to find some examples. Okay, I already deleted that and that. This is the chart for today. It is Aussie dollar 240. I briefly looked at dailies and I didn't find any good examples for you, so I decided to take that 240 as an explanation. Okay, that would be nice. You see this movement to the downside, and the close of that movement exceeding the previous low. After that, we had a corrective swing. This swing terminated within the body. If you look closer, it never touches the zone between the close and the high, or the zone between the high and the low. After that, we have a retest swing. This is the swing that touches the zone between the close and the low. What goes next? We are looking for the borders of the last impulse, and we see that these borders were violated. We have closes beyond the upper border of that. Going further, we had a kind of correction. That correction terminated within the body of the previous impulse, upside impulse. Going next, and what we see, let me zoom it in so you can see the kind of impulse we have, kind of swing we have. So it is a retest swing because we do not have this candle close beyond the previous high. Going next, this impulse, opposite impulse, is also a retest impulse. You see, we do not have a close beyond the previous low. So this is opposite impulse. And after that, we have an impulse swing, and that will be a good XA leg for XABCD pattern I'm looking at. Let me draw it. X to A to B to C and to D. My XABCDs terminate at 786. Let me draw some Fibonacci's. This is my entry point. This way. You see, it touched 786 and it went all the way to continue uptrend. Usually I'm looking for the targets at 127 extension. Let me enable that 127 extension. Where is that? Okay, this one. And it hit the target. You see how these rules help me to take extended targets, not only small targets of 382 or 618. Okay, going next. What was this movement? As you know from previous video, it was a corrective movement. It is complex movement. This is all a correction movement. But technically, it's not that very simple, because we first had a correction and then we had a retest of A point, and after that we had a breakout to the downside that turned to be a false breakout. Okay, going next, and we see almost without stop price goes all the way up here. Let me delete these strips. Let me zoom it a bit this way. Okay, what we have here, we have that movement to the downside, and that movement is called a correction because it's not touching the lowest close, not touching the lowest zone of an impulse. And the next movement is this kind of a movement to the upside, starting from here. And you see the close above the previous high, the close above the previous border of previous impulse leg. So this can be a very good XI leg for trading. You take this, this and this, and what we see this XABCD pattern working very good, extremely good. The stop loss is here, entry is 786, and the target is 127 extension. Let me delete this Fibonacci. Going the same way, that was, what was it? A correction here, like this, and then we had the retest here like that, because touching of that border, upper border, and then a kind of false breakout to the downside, impulse swing to the downside, another impulse swing to the upside, and we do not have W type structure or M type structure here to have a valid pattern for me. But what we have right now, it is this movement, this kind of a movement. Now we have a close beyond previous impulse border, and it is looking M type, so it is a very good opportunity to enter long. What is the plan? The plan is to wait until the price goes to 786 and enter long here, in anticipation that price will go all the way up to 127 extension, and the stop loss should be very small. Let us calculate the potential risk and potential target. Where is it? Non-position size analyzer. Our risk will be like that, and our reward will be like that. Having a risk to reward almost 5 versus 1, 5 gain versus 1 loss. So how many times you need to be correct, you need to be right for these patterns bringing you profits? Not very much. Indeed, to have good profits you only need to be right only only 33% of the time, and you will still generating money. So as you see, this pattern are quite accurate, so you will generate even more money. Okay, that was the lesson for today. Hope to see you next week. If you like the video, please subscribe, and please give me some likes and some thumbs up, so whatever is there, some plus maybe. And I hope you to see next week. I will reveal you another part of my trading strategy, of my approach to look at the market. That's it for the day. Good luck and have a nice day.